Many might consider Appalachia to be one of the most haunted regions in the entire world. I swear every state that this mountain range goes through has a plethora of folklore, hauntings, and dark history. And in Hawkins County, Tennessee, this is no different. Enter the Sensabaugh Tunnel, one of the most haunted tunnels in the entire country. Now, I said one of, not the. So don't go into the comments like, actually? Alright, just relax. The Sensabaugh Tunnel was built in the 1920s when migrant workers were used to blow through a hill to make way for a roadbed, and to build a tunnel that would act as a support for a railroad that would be going over the top of said hill. The property used for all this was owned by a feller named Ed Sensabaugh and his family, who owned a farm opposite to what would be the roadway. So they sold their land and assisted with the tunnel's construction. Said tunnel is about 12 feet tall and around 300-ish feet long, and oddly enough has a creek flowing through it. Now, I couldn't find out in my research if this has always been the case, or if the creek flowing through it was caused by damage from Hurricane Helene. I don't know. Either way, a bit odd. But even odder, every single person I have ever talked to that has been to the Sensabaugh Tunnel has had some sort of paranormal experience. Now, this little tunnel attracts paranormal investigators like graveyards attract goth chicks. Most commonly, they say that if you park your car in the tunnel, you'll feel taps on the metal of your car, maybe your car will be rocked back and forth, or the most common thing people say they experience, that they will see little child handprints on the side and backs of their car. Whereas others report hearing screams, whispers, or seeing the apparition of a woman or a man. But why? Why do so many folks think that this little hole in a hill is so haunted? This is where things get very complicated. And in researching this video, I went through many a Monster Energy can. Oh my god. There are 3 separate stories as to what haunts this tunnel, and they all kind of conflict with each other. But I'll start with the most popular one. One fateful day, Ed Sensabaugh, being a good feller on the tooth, invited a starving homeless man that he found on his property in an act of kindness and charity. But no good deed goes unpunished, because the man was later caught in the middle of the night trying to steal the wife's jewelry. Jewelry. Why can't I say that word? So, Ed confronted the vagrant with a force multiplier. To prevent himself from becoming a human sponge, the man grabbed Ed's infant daughter to be used as a baby shield. The vagrant was eventually able to get away, still with the daughter, and ended up drowning her in a pool that is just outside the tunnel, now named the Crybaby Pool. Yeah, that is horribly dark. But the second story is a bit darker, and honestly the least likely of these 3 to have actually happened. The story is very simple. It goes that Ed Sensabaugh simply went off his rocker and took his entire family off the census before dropping their flesh mechs into the tunnel. And again, as I just said, probably not true at all. You see, Ed was a well-loved and well-respected member of the community. He was known for being nice and charitable, and he and his family still have descendants that are alive and well today. So I am 99.8% sure that this story did not happen. That brings us to the third story. And honestly, this one is the most plausible. By the time of Ed's boomer days, teenagers and vandals had taken to using the tunnel as a place to drink well, enjoy illicit fun time substances, and worst of all, loiter. Now, Ed didn't take too kindly to all this, so he would hide at one end of the tunnel and scream into it, hoping to scare anyone who was in the tunnel at the time out, thus beginning the legend of a haunted Sensabaugh tunnel. So now you gotta ask, if he and his family didn't actually ever bite the big one in the tunnel, then why is it haunted? Well, critters, there just happens to be one more story, and it just might explain this. Because as far as I could tell through my research, this part is completely true. Actually did happen, you know? You see, this is the 1920s, so many Italian and Chinese migrant workers were used to build this tunnel and the railroad that goes over it. And one day, while these men were blasting to make room for the construction, there was an accident with some dynamite. 7 of those workers were blown to smithereens. Now some say, as per Catholic tradition, these men were buried in unmarked graves at the Ross Campground Methodist Church. However, others say that they were buried in unmarked graves around the construction site to save time and money. Because remember, these were immigrant workers in the 1920s. These folks were already treated horribly and had to endure horrific living and working conditions. Not crazy to think that the company men wouldn't care where these folks was buried. You know, if it saved them a dime or two. Perhaps all these hauntings actually come from those immigrant workers who were haphazardly dumped in the ground around the tunnel. Whether or not any of this is true, I wanted to travel to Sensabaugh myself and see if your dear old Appalachia could capture any sort of paranormal activity on camera. Also, real quick, you're going to notice real quick that in the video, my haircut and facial hair is completely different. The reason being that the investigation portion that you're about to see was filmed the day after Halloween. The day that I'm filming this and editing this video is November the 24th, almost an entire month after the filming. Just a little heads up, I didn't want you to get confused. So critters, let's see if the Sensabaugh Tunnel in Tennessee actually is the most haunted tunnel in Appalachia. Alright, here we are on the back roads. God, this place is creepy. The Sensabaugh Tunnel. Oh god, this thing's freaking creepy.
How deep is this water?
It shouldn't be too deep. We're good, we're good.
Is that salt?
I think it may be.
Oh, cool.
Also, by the way, I'm joined here today, of course, by my wonderful wife, but also my sister and her boy toy. Say hi, Frankie.
Hello.
So yeah, I'm not alone for once on one of these videos. I don't know if that's going to help me not get possessed. We'll see. There is a creek running through the tunnel. It's honestly kind of deep. All right, let there be light. Woo! What is this right here? These are fireworks, it looks like. All right, this is the Sensabaugh Tunnel in Sensabaugh, Tennessee. Go figure. We got our spirit boxes, we got our EMF readers, we got voice recorders. We're gonna stay here as the sun goes down and really try to see if anything comes up. This is a very interesting tunnel, not only because the haunted history involved with it, but also because, as you can see, a whole damn creek flows through it. Flows through here, down through here, gets this all wet, and further on down yonder. Let's give the tunnel a look-see, and then we'll begin the investigation. Y'all ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, you're gonna die tonight. Ooh, ooh. I got waterproof boots, but I really don't want it going over my socks. This is pretty damn deep for a tunnel that cars go through often. Cheyenne. Carabeth. They did one of you. I'm so glad I brought waterproof shoes. This is ridiculous.
I heard a knock on that side of the car.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Let me look over here. We just got here and she's already hearing knocks and crap. Alright. Are there any... Alright, y'all see any handprints or anything?
Back over here.
Hmm?
Kind of looks like one. 2 right there.
Some smudges. No handprints though. That's real creepy though. The moment we get here, she's already hearing knocks. Kingsport sucks. I like Kingsport. What are they talking about? Alright, here's the other side of the tunnel. Alright, yeah, over yonder there's someone's house, so we're not going to go too far. I don't want to bother people. And we're getting their dogs barking. Alright, let's go back in here. They must hate people like me, because that looks like their driveway right up there. So you got the right idea. You brought muck boots. What did you choose to wear today? Oh no. Oh, buddy. So we've brought some equipment to do our investigation here. Me and Frankie here both have your standard issue EMF reader. I got my crappy spirit box here, so later I'm going to use my sister here to do a few ways I've seen on the internet for communicating with spirits. And we have a voice recorder. For the voice recorder, is that the naked ear can oftentimes not pick up when spirits or demons or whatever else talk. But electronics pick it up just fine, so we'll be able to use this to see if anything responds to any of our questions. Alright, so first thing we're going to do... What the hell? Are you getting EMF readings? Come over here to where I am. I was getting them a strong reading for a second there. Alright, so what I'm going to do, we're going to sweep the tunnel first and see where the strongest pockets of EMF energy is, and that's where we will begin asking our questions. Hold on. Alright, we may not have to go too far. Bring yours over here.
Oh, there it was for a second.
You got a tiny bleep. Here, hold it up. That's where I was. Here, back a little bit.
There it was.
Right here. We picked up some EMF readings, so we're going to do our communications right here. So just stay tuned and listen for any knocks or anything creepy. So there's been no major... Oh, right here. We're having some EMF. We are all the way up to red right here. Now here in this tunnel, there's not a whole lot of electromagnetism. So, oh my God. So this thing should not be lighting up this month. And this is not from our cameras or lights either, because you have to hold it up really close to the lights to get a reading like this. I'm starting to believe it now when people say this is the most, God, haunted tunnel in America, because we just got here and we're already getting major readings. I mean, we're all the way up to red. Mine was about around here. Oh.
Because I got one over there by the car.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right, so definitely already there's some major strangeness going on. I've been using these for the past couple of videos. I've never had one go all the way up to red, and certainly not so quickly upon entering a location. This is getting interesting already. We're going to go ahead and get my spirit box. We are going to try what is called the Estes method. Another stinking car is coming. I mean, I can't complain. This is a residential area. We're the ones interfering with people here. That there is a train. All right, funny story. So that was it. We were waiting for the train to stop, and the spirit box was connected to her headphones right there. And she walked away, and it yanked the spirit box out of my hand, and it fell, and all the batteries came out, and it started, the spirit box and the batteries started going down the creek. And so this thing is completely kaput. All the circuits got fried. So we will not be using the spirit box or the Estes method to communicate with any spirits today. You little sniggle. I do plan on getting a better one, so maybe this was my sign from God, or maybe the ghosts are telling me stop being a cheap ass and actually buy good equipment so they can talk to me. So instead, we're going to be using her voice recorder as our last means of communicating with the dead. All right, go sit in the corner. Go sit in the corner. Tell the demons about what you did. All right, we are recording now. Edward Cinnabog. Once again, are you here with us today? Did you kill your wife and your children and your baby? Are any children of Edward Cinnabog here in the tunnels today? Did your father murder you and dump you here in the creek? Put that camera over there. We just heard something hit the wall over there and echo. Are you mad at what your father did to you? Are you stuck here in this tunnel because he murdered you prematurely and dumped your body here? So interesting enough, my other light, even though I charged it before I came here, completely died. They say that spirits can drain the battery power of certain electronics, so that's another interesting thing that's happening here today. Let's go ahead and look over that recording I just took and see if we can hear anything. All right, we are recording now. Edward Cinnabog, once again, are you here with us today? Did you kill your wife and your children and your baby? There's another freaking car. I haven't had anything on the recorder yet. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go completely lights out, no lights or anything. And we're gonna see if we can, maybe if they're afraid of the lights or something. Yeah, let's do it. Whoa. We are now recording. What was your name? What year were you killed? We're not afraid of you. Were you just a little boy when your own father, your own flesh and blood, killed you and dumped your body here in this tunnel? My name is Luke. I am here with Carabeth and Frankie. We are inviting you to talk to us tonight. Give us a sign that you are here with us today. Knock on my wife's car over yonder, or interact with one of us here in the cave, here in the tunnel. I am giving you permission to interact with us. I just dropped the freaking... It's still on.
It's trying.
Hold on, it still works. Huh? I dropped the recorder, but it's all right, it still works. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna turn this off for a second so it can calm down and dry. See, the thing is though, I had it securely in my hand. It felt like something like pushed it out. I don't know, that was weird. I'm probably just clumsy. Here, can you keep this dry it off a little bit for me? And just keep it in there for a little bit. While that's getting dried off, me and Frankie here are gonna walk the tunnel again. See if we can pick up any EMF readings. My theory is that if we did communicate with something while I was talking to it, there will be EMF for me to pick up from it, trying to interact with us. I ain't getting much of a blip of something. We're at, right here where I'm at, we are at 3 bars. 2 bars, and it's gone. Let's head back down this way. Oh my God, I forgot Carabeth was there. That scared the crap out of me. Alright, a couple blips, but nothing concrete. What we're going to do now, we're going to all get in the car, we're going to drive up here into the middle, and we're going to cut out all the lights. One of the main things people report seeing is knocks on their car rocking back and forth, and handprints on their car. So we're going to get back in there, get right here in the center, turn off all the lights, and see if we can pick anything up. Let's get to it. All right, lock and load, brides across. Let's get her done.
Now you just gotta wait for that to turn off.
Yeah.
Holding a 3. And it just went. That.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
We're getting some EMF readings on there. All right, let's stay quiet for a second. What the hell is that?
I don't think it's
Sounds like our car. Sounds like our car.
It sounds like you're hitting something underneath the seat. Okay, I feel like I heard a scream.
Is there anyone here with us today? Knock on this car or shake on this car. Let us know you're here. Interact with us. Maybe even pinch or scratch one of us. We're not afraid of you, and we're not here to harm you or antagonize you. We are friends. Say hello to us in any way that you see fit. No, what was it?
I heard a thumping back there.
Back there?
Not on the car, but back there in the tunnel.
If you're here today, interact with us. Do something to us. I'm giving you full permission to do something to us. Alright, I'm gonna get out here and see if there's any type of markings or handprints on the car, anything like that. Oh, this car is very dusty, so surely if there were you. Oh no. You see that? That wasn't us, because we haven't touched this part of the car for any reason throughout this video. There are marks right there, marks right there. There's a mark right here. I don't know if that's just from her getting in and out of the car, but there's a definite handprint right here. There are 2 handprints on the back and one on your door, Sarah.
One of my doors probably me.
Yeah, but the 2 on the back are very interesting. I just want to do one quick sweep with the EMF reader. I want to capture something before we got to head on out of here. Is there anything around the car that wants to say hello to dear old Appalachia? It's a shame the spirit box got drenched. I really wanted to use it. because there's been some definite weird things happening throughout the duration of this investigation. Not a blip.
Alright, we went over there. Over there, and they're right here.
Oh, hello, car.
Told you. You don't want to listen to me.
Look at the puppy dogs. Hi, puppy dogs. Oh, they're chasing the car. They're coming. Oh, there's a big dog down there. Come on, let's go, 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 go. Howdy, critters. All right, that was interesting. What do y'all think about all that? You have fun? You have fun?
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
It was more tense than anything.
All right, let's talk about what happened. It was definitely interesting. Nothing truly terrifying happened, at least in my opinion. So let's go over it. We had the constant EMF readings going off in different pockets, and it wasn't because of any power line or anything, because it would be going off constantly at that point, right? We had the smudges on the back. I know for a fact none of us caused those. They don't fit my hands, and I never touched that part of the car. The ones over here may just be from her, but we just don't know. And then you said you heard knocking while you were alone in the car?
Yeah.
Interesting. Was it like where in the car would you say?
This is on both sides. Heard one knock on each side.
What really struck out to me was that the stuff started happening immediately. The knocks, the EMF readings, like the moment we got there. Usually when I do these explorations, it takes a while for anything weird to happen. Yours went off a couple times too.
Yes, it did.
But then it kept running away from you. It kept moving, whatever that force was.
It didn't like me.
Yeah. And then nothing happened to you, and you just destroyed my equipment. It's okay. Again, I'm not mad about that. That thing was so cheap. I've been wanting to get a new one, so this is my chance to get it. If any of you would like to give me some donations to get some new equipment, that'd be real nice. But yeah, that was Cinnabog or Cinnabog?
Cinnabon.
All right, that was the Cinnabon tunnel. Synonym tunnel. I'm illiterate, y'all. Yeah, that was the tunnel, one of the most haunted tunnels in America. That's really interesting. If any of you are from this area and you've had an experience here, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. So there you have it, critters. That was my personal investigation of the Cinnabog, Cinnabooty tunnel. Now again, these videos are not to disprove or prove the paranormal. They're just to tell yous the lore and to show my experience and try to see if I myself can catch anything on camera. There was definitely some weird stuff going on. Weird stuff happened, but given what I saw in my research, I just wasn't entirely convinced. What's probably happened is just a whole lot of sensationalism around this tunnel. That happens a lot around these parts. But hey, the stories are cool, the experiences are cool, and it's a cool tunnel. I'm glad I was able to get down there with my family and do some investigating. And I hope yins have enjoyed the video. I'm trying to get to 30K, so help me get there by subscribing right now. If you don't subscribe, I will shove this deer antler into your head sponge. I'm sorry some things in the video didn't go right. Just Murphy's Law, I guess. I'm more of a cryptid hunter anyways than a ghost hunter, so that's more of my specialty. But the important thing is, I had fun, and I hope you had fun too. That being said, I'm gonna get to editing this video. Y'all have a good one.